So you're new to Path of Exile, maybe you're coming from D4 or maybe you're new to the genre. The first advice I have is that the game community is not super welcoming to new players. You're going to want to ignore anything said in Global 1 chat. If you ask the trade value of an item, they'll likely reply with 25x. If you say, I'm loving this Forbidden Right skill, they'll say, it's absolute shit. The only way to get them to be cordial will be a statement like, ROG is looking kinda thick, at which point they will say, I agree. Advice 2 is the massive leveling passive tree shared by all character classes. Realize though it's designed in an intuitive way. Most builds boil down to their combination of dexterity, strength, or intelligence mentioned on your character screen. The Witch is a pure intelligence setup, which is why it's surrounded by small intelligence nodes. The Shadow is the hybrid intelligence and dexterity, and so on. Classes are differentiated by their starting point on this massive tree, as well as the mini tree, which is unlocked later when you ascend. Advice 3 is unless you're playing hardcore, you want to scale damage before defenses. You want to watch that you're scaling attack or spell. You have to watch the tags of the gems because attacks and spells do not scale together. There's specific setups like cast on crit, but generally you want attack or spell. Unlike in Diablo, it is also absolutely important to cap resistances after Act 6. Advice 4 is to always use your crafting bench to add on an extra affix as you level, which lowers your need to buy leveling gear. Crafting revolves around the fact that items have an implicit, prefixes, and suffixes. These affixes vary. Resistance is always suffix, for example, while maximum life is always a prefix. Yellow rare items can have up to 3 of each, 3 suffixes and 3 prefixes, plus their implicit, which is a property of the item itself, unless that implicit property has been modified with something called synthesis or with val. Craftofexile.com could be very helpful to see possible affixes on items. Advice 5 is that the only real money that should be spent on the game is to buy at least currency and fragment tabs, as well as customizable tabs of some kind, which you can set to public for trading. People will message you for trades automatically that way. Essence and div card tabs are also very useful, however tabs like Metamorph, Delirium Fossil, and in my opinion even the map tab, they are optional.